In 2016, virtual reality was a new and expensive technology, only for the most dedicated users. However, there's a misconception that this is still true today, but that was 10 years ago. And in 2026, $500 is all you need to get a fantastic VR setup, no PC required. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I would do this based on my own personal experiences. If you have any questions during the video, make sure to leave them in the comments because I'll be going through and answering any questions that you guys have. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into step 1, the headset. There are two types of VR headsets, PC VR and standalone. PC VR headsets require that you have a computer to run them, so for this video we're only going to be looking at standalone headsets. You have a few different options when it comes to standalone VR headsets. Meta Quest is the most popular, but there's also Pico VR, HTC, and the upcoming Steam Frame. For our purposes, however, Meta is going to be the clear winner because they offer superior affordability and accessibility compared to the other options. So which Meta Quest headset is the best at this price point? There's the Meta Quest 2, the Quest 3, and the Quest 3S. The Quest 2 is last generation, and its dated hardware means it supports less games and it's no longer in production, so we're going to avoid that one. The Quest 3 offers a great experience, but it starts at $600, meaning it's out of our budget. So that only leaves the $350 Quest 3S. The Quest 3S offers great value because it has the same internal performance as the Quest 3 and the same mixed reality features. The only trade-off is that it loses a little bit of visual clarity and storage space. If you do have a gaming PC capable of running PC VR games, the Quest 3S can also function as a PC VR headset, using apps like Steam Link or Virtual Desktop. The Quest 3S is a great VR headset for beginners, but one thing it lacks in is comfort, which brings us to step 2 of this guide, accessories. In my opinion, the most important upgrade when you first get your VR headset is the head strap. The default head strap, in my opinion, is very uncomfortable, but thankfully, you can get upgraded ones from third-party sellers on Amazon, like this one I found. Any products I mention will be linked in the description, so feel free to check them out. For most people, a $30 head strap is all you'll need to level up your VR experience, but if you can afford it, a battery head strap is often worth it to improve the battery length of the Quest 3S. However, this is not essential, so I won't be including the price in my guide, as these can get very expensive. After the head strap, in my opinion, the next most important upgrade for any VR headset is the facial interface, which is the part of the headset that actually presses up against your face. Upgrading this can vastly improve comfort, especially during long play sessions or intense workouts. This one from AMVR costs $25 and comes with 2 different materials that you can switch out based on your preference. Also, the facial interface offers better ventilation than the default Meta one, so it'll keep your face slightly better cooled, which is important when you're getting sweaty playing VR. The last accessory that I think you should purchase before getting your headset is knuckle straps for the controllers. These make the grip a lot better, and you can release the controller from your hand without having it drop below your wrist, which is very convenient for doing things with your hands without having to put down your controllers entirely. There are a ton of options for these on Amazon, so I'll link these $16 ones from Maker VR. Our third and final step in getting the best VR setup is going to be obviously the games. There's a lot of things to consider when it comes to your first VR game, but I think there's a few obvious picks. Firstly, the game you've been watching me play throughout this entire video is Superhot VR, and I think it's the perfect first VR game. In fact, this was the game that convinced me to purchase a VR headset, and it was my first VR game. Superhot VR is a classic that released in 2016, but it still doesn't feel dated even to this day. It's a very unique shooter featuring a mechanic where time only moves when you move in the game. It features a short campaign, and after you beat it, you unlock the Endless mode. Superhot VR also doesn't feature any sort of joystick movement, which is good for beginners because it can sometimes cause motion sickness. At $25, I think Superhot VR is a must-play VR experience. The next game that I think you should purchase is Beat Saber, which is another classic VR game that still holds up to this day. The simple but addicting gameplay is great for getting a quick workout in, and you'll get hours of content out of it. Beat Saber costs $30, which brings our total up to $476. Including sales tax, we're probably already right around $500, so I won't recommend any more paid games for now. However, there's a wide variety of free games on the Meta Store that are worth checking out. There's obviously the mega popular social games such as Gorilla Tag, VR Chat, and Roblox VR. I don't personally play these games, but a lot of people played them and enjoyed them, so I would encourage you to check them out and see if it's the kind of thing for you. 3 free VR games that I would recommend, however, are Untangled, Downshot, and Iron Strike. Untangled has what is, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man swinging in all of VR, and it's free. Downshot is a multiplayer physics-based sandbox game that also features mod support. Finally, Iron Strike is a co-op PvE fantasy adventure game. If there's any VR veterans watching this, make sure to comment some of your guys' favorite games that you would recommend to beginners, free and paid. Now that you've got your headset, accessories, and games, you're all set for your VR journey. If you got anything out of this video, please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this one. Also, I've included timestamps for each section of the video in the description so you can come back and check that out later. Thanks for watching this video all the way until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.